Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. You are watching StarLadder, of course. StarLadder is in its 8th season. This is day number 22 of the group stages already, and we are closing in to know which of the teams will make it to the playoffs in Kiev to fight over that over $120,000 prize pool. Yes, that's how much there is in the prize pool right now, and that's just for 4 teams, so that's a very generous prize pool. We're gonna see Empire and Sigma here in this 4th game of the day, where we see 7 games in total. And of course, I'm not by myself. I'm once again joined by General Advance. Welcome back. You have to still unmute yourself, otherwise we cannot hear you.
Sup? I'm an idiot, apparently. Okay. I need to, like, remember that, the whole unmute myself. Like, I'm not the best with that. It's too complex.
If you want to, before I turn my microphone on for XSplit, I can tell you, like, I'm gonna go live. Be ready to unmute. I might forget, but I
No, it's cool. I'll remember from this point on. I've forgotten twice. I feel like if I forgot more than that, I would be like checking myself in somewhere. I'd be kind of worried at myself.
Shouldn't be worried at yourself. It's human to forget. It's human to make mistakes. Otherwise, it would be kind of boring in the world if everybody was perfect, wouldn't it? Now, I have to say,
or it'd be pretty sweet, maybe.
No. No, nothing good comes of perfect people that are perfect all the time. Just to take a quick look at how these two teams have been doing in the season so far. Empire, they've had 12 games now, 7 wins, 5 losses, so sitting on 21 points, and their adventure to Kiev is not going to happen, most likely. Sigma, however, they've only played 9 games so far, sitting on only 2 losses, and that means that their maximum amount of points, maximum potential amount of points, is going to be the highest of everybody in the group still, as in the highest combined up with Roxkiss and Fnatic. Yeah, just 3 teams left with 2 losses, and that means, yeah, those 3 teams have the highest potential points potential. Highest point potential, there we go. Is that something? Yeah, I think that works. So, yeah,
that works fine. It's fine.
So they're doing really well, and they have to keep that ball rolling, of course, and they are going to try to do that up against Empire. Now, they do have 2 games today, I believe. After this game, we will see Sigma again, where they go up against a bit more easy opponent. They'll be up against Cupid. So we'll see how far they get ahead. Also, of course, Sigma is one of the favorites to take it, or at least one of the favorites to make it to those top 4. But there is actually 5 favorites to make it to the top 4. Let's see. I'm talking about Alliance, Na'Vi, Fnatic, Sigma, and I guess Rox? Am I thinking?
No, Super Strong Dinosaurs. Super Strong Dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're super
Best
strong
team.
as well. True.
Yeah.
Well,
I would favor Rox, but I want Super Strong Dinosaurs to go.
okay. Well, they're still doing really
because
well.
it's a ridiculous team. Yeah, I think they have a chance. There's a lot of teams that still could go, and still I think have the potential to beat pretty much everybody there's around. And how much of a mistake is it to give away Slark? That's what I want to know.
Well, we're gonna find out. Sigma, they are, of course, the team that goes for, or a lot of the time goes for that Mirana Bane combination. But now they have a Bane and a Crystal Maiden and no Mirana, because that's on the side of Empire. So I kind of love the pick for Empire here. Yeah, just to deny it to Sigma, because Sigma has been playing it so much lately.
Yeah, and I'm a bit worried by Sigma here, because they lose one of their signature heroes and they give away the Slark, who's pretty strong versus Crystal Maiden, relatively okay versus Bane, not you know, fantastic, but as soon as he's got his ulti on, there's nothing Bane can actually do about him, because he hasn't got any AoE, so I'm a little bit worried for Sigma here. I want to know where they're going to go with this, because both the heroes that the side of Empire picked up are very strong laning heroes.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you, because there is something I've seen and it cannot be unseen, and I have to share it. So, the portraits of all the heroes, that's like an animation that is on repeat, right? Now, in Crystal Maiden's animation, look at her, well, her right ear, but from the way we look at it, her left ear, so that's right around there. Like, every time, like every couple of seconds, there's a snowflake coming out of her ear.
There is. I just realized. Why?
Why?
Okay.
It's not gonna be unseen, it's just... It keeps coming. I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
Like first the snowflake, and then she breathes clouds because it's cold, and then the snowflake, and then the clouds. It's just, it's very frustrating.
Do you feel maybe she has like, instead of earwax, she has snow? Is that it? She's just a bit blocked up.
But it really comes from out of her ear, right?
Yeah, it literally comes out. Well, it's actually no, because it's a bit too low down where it comes out of. It like comes forward and then
from
down.
From her earlobe.
Yeah, it's like her earlobe, or even maybe below that. I don't know how big Crystal Maiden's ears are, but
very
she's kind of
big. Now I've
really.
You don't know it, but she's got very large
feel like
ears and that hair. Yep.
I feel like I would have thought Crystal Maiden's the sort of person with small ears, you know?
Well,
like she looks
probably.
petite.
Yes.
Petite is like how I would describe her.
Didn't we just decide that there weren't any perfect people? So what's her flaw? Big ears. There we have it.
Well, no, her flaw is the fact that she's slow.
Oh, I guess so.
Like slow as hell. Although she's not anymore, because you get tranquil boots and suddenly every support hero is a race car.
True. Well,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna unsee that anymore. It's just so frustrating. But talking about the game, we are in the second picking phase. So Empire, they banned out the Doom and the Bristleback. I can't believe Bristleback actually made it through this far. With 2 supports banned out by Sigma, and actually I'm still surprised the Shadow Demon banned out, but that's just because I don't want to have the combination of the Marana Shadow Demon, but they will have the Rubik Marana, which is still going to be, of course, telekinesis into either Pounce or Arrow is going to be very strong. So I like that for the side of Empire. Sigma has picked themselves up a Timbersaw, which is most likely going to be the Miguel hero for the off lane, but they still need their mid and their carry, and I'm not sure, like... It's going to be a difficult game, I think, for Sigma already, because with the 2 supports that they have, they've locked themselves in for a safe lane, so convincingly, because an aggressive tri lane with a Bane and a Crystal Maiden is not going to happen.
Yeah, CM's pretty good for it, but Bane is pretty poor for it. Bane could be the core in an aggressive tri lane. That's a potentially viable plan to go with. And the thing with Bane is, yeah, he can definitely go into dual lanes. It's not terrible with Timbersaw on your side as well. Like you said, Bristleback actually managed to get through the pool all the way until the last ban. I don't even feel like it was necessary for Team Empire to ban this, and I say that purely because if Team Empire give Sigma the Bristleback, Slark essentially just steals stats from him. He's like a big stats pincushion for Slark, because you're never going to kill Bristleback, Bristleback's never going to kill you, so you just hit him in the back continuously, and it gives you a ton of extra damage, so... I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what Sigma gets here, because one thing that you could criticize this team about since they sort of formed and really shown themselves in the limelight is they haven't shown a huge hero pool. They've been very, very coordinated, they've been very good at what they do, but they've only done one thing, which is run dual lanes, try and win your lanes. That's pretty much Sigma's thing.
With Marana and Bane.
With Marana and Bane and Viper and heroes like that. Viper, terrible pick this game. You don't want a Viper this game. They need a hero who can really put out some damage out on that Slark.
I really like that Enigma is making a comeback. I mean, we've seen him more and more, and it's just, I really love that we see more of the team fights. Next in, Tidehunter.
We saw Tidehunter.
But they lost.
Yeah, they picked Tidehunter.
We have to see
Tidehunter
win.
Tidehunter did awesome. The rest of Cupad just... Well, Cupad.
Yeah, I guess. Poor Tide. Well, I like that Enigma's here. I do think it's a bit of a difficult game for this Enigma, especially with the puck there, because the silence is going to be annoying. As well as the Bane, who is normally sitting fairly far away from the fight. There's a lot that can interrupt him this game, in terms of black holes at least. So we're gonna see how much it works out, but because Empire's got a Slark and a Marana, both of those have got a pretty big mid-game presence, and Enigma can really thrive off that, because if they pick off the supports on the side, or if they hold them under control at least, then Enigma can come in and swoop in the biggest black hole of his life.
Yeah, this is... I'm still really worried about Sigma's draft here.
Yeah.
I like how long Team Empire are taking to actually ban, because they don't even know what the side of Sigma are actually going to pick up here, and I don't think Sigma know either. It's going to have to be a huge physical damage dealer, and they're going to take a bit of time over it. Perhaps a CK, something like that, something that they can try and, you know, just break the lineup of Empire with? I'm not sure.
Well, they need something that is... I mean, I feel like Timbersaw and Puck both are decent at their style, but Slark and Mirana are a bit better at both of the things that they do. Mirana can be a bit more aggressive than Timbersaw, might not be as survivable, but that's okay because Slark is there to back her up, and Slark is a lot more aggressive than Puck is. In comes a Lifestealer, so they will have a Puck bomb right now. I really like this pickup because it's also one of those cores that comes online fairly early, and they need that. They can't be having a carry that sits farming for 20 minutes because they don't have that time. They need to be getting online earlier, so that's great. Empire, one more pick left for them. Now we know that Slark could be mid, but it could also be on the safe lane. Mirana is most likely going to be on the off lane, but could also be on the safe lane, could also be mid. Very versatile so far from Empire, so they can basically pick up anything they want, including something that would really counter that Puck in the middle lane, because of course Sigma, it's very obvious where people are going to go. They are going to go for a Puck though, so that's a bit interesting pick from my point of view, because Clockwork is kind of counterproductive to the Enigma. Clockwork overall disrupts positioning and make sure that everybody is, you know, can't reach each other, so aka black hole is not gonna happen if Clockwork is the one to initiate.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this Clockwork pickup. I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty strong hero, but versus a Lifestealer, you kind of have to worry, because if you cog yourself in versus him, you're essentially gonna die. He doesn't really fit their game plan here. I feel like they should have got a strong tempo controller, somebody who can just run around, maybe do some AoE damage on the back of it. Something like a Dragon Knight or a Beastmaster would be very powerful. Beastmaster particularly would be able to stop the Lifestealer from hitting you, which I think is going to be really key this game, because Sigma don't normally play with just one core damage dealer for their team. They normally play tri-cores. They play very, very early mid-game orientated tri-core. So Miguel on the Lifestealer has a lot of work to do here. He has to go do some damage. He has to get good infest bombs with both the Timbersaw and the Puck. Because if they mess them up, Empire, they're going to just crush them, because Slark is a very powerful hero versus Lifestealer as well, which is possibly an oversight on Sigma's part.
Yeah, but you're expecting then, I mean, this is a aggressive tri lane, right?
Yeah, I guess it will be. They might run it in dual lanes. That's a possibility for them. I don't really like the idea of the dual lanes too much, but there's nothing wrong with them.
Well, I guess it's the best they can do. It's very difficult to go for aggressive lanes up against a Slark, or Clockwork, or Mirana. Every single one of them has an escape. Good luck with that. And of course you can't really gank them either, so yeah. I would like the dual lanes coming out. Let's take a look at who's playing what as we're waiting for Empire to have their last player connect in. And I'm just always checking what other people are sharing. It's a habit, but I have actually my own Hutskin, so I'm not sure why I could keep doing that. Oh well. We are gonna see for Sigma, Pass playing the Crystal Maiden, Mad playing the Bane. It will be Puck played by Fada or XD. Soxka or Paris will play the Timbersaw, and Miguel, the last one there, is playing the Lifestealer. So that's everybody on the side of Sigma. They haven't bought anything just yet. Of course, it's just because of the pause, so we don't know yet where everybody is gonna go, but I'm hoping it's dual lanes. We'll find out though.
Yeah, on the side of Empire, the offlaner for the team, it is going to be Mag. He's picking up the Clockwork, already making his way bottom. Solo mid, looks like it is going to be Resolution here, so he's going to pick up the Slark. A pretty good team for a hero for his team. He's probably going to be relied on to do the majority of the physical damage, I would imagine. On the safe lane for the team, the Farmer, it is going to be Silent. He's picking up the Mirana. So, not a hero that we're either of us, or pretty much anybody I would say is a fan of seeing as a safe lane farmer, but I think it fits this their playstyle, because Mirana's certainly a worse mid, I would say, than Resolution. So they're just using him to, you know, they need somebody to take the farm on the safe lane. And last but not least, the supports for the team is going to be Vanscore, as OL as always want to fly. Vanscore on the Rubik, fly on the, always want to fly on the Enigma. Silent has to be pretty careful here, because Sigma are going deep into their jungle.
Yep, placing already a ward, making sure that Enigma is not going to have as easy of a time as he otherwise might have. That's already 2 camps blocked. So good start for Sigma. And Some harassment coming out on Silent. We saw Silent on the Mirana previous game as well, and he was definitely able to play that properly. Had some nice arrows. Of course, I didn't end up winning that one, but let's see if it's different today. I mean, for the side of Sigma, with everybody roaming into, or roaming out now of the Dire Jungle, looks like they have decided on their lane so far. Miguel indeed on that offlane, not surprising, as he normally does play the offlane. He'll be supported by the Bane, and the Crystal main pass is making their way bottom. So we are going to see 2 dual lanes coming out from Sigma. I'm really happy for that. And, I mean, they know, like, they can't really do anything, those supports early on. The only thing that they have to work for is just get their levels up, get their farm up, make sure they don't get behind, because otherwise they're going to be free food for resolution. And, I mean, any gank that you might be able to do, it's going to be really difficult because Mirana has that lead, the cogs are there. So ganking is also not going to be really all that viable of an option. And they know that there's an Enigma getting free farm actually in the Radiant jungle at the moment. So also someone that they just have to try and keep up with, which is a difficult job to do for sure. And they have got some anger issues with Mag here, but he should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been pressuring Mag really hard there on this lane, but it's almost impossible to actually harass a Clockwork out the lane. He can just kind of run up to you in cogs and such. There are very few heroes who can actually throw him out there. Paris tried to, but he just salved up after he was running away, and does manage to make his way away there, so not much of a big deal for him.
Vanscore and Silent in the meantime getting some harassment up. It's a dual lane for them as well. So they have got nice harassment, and actually I like the dual lane with the Mirana Rubik better than the dual lane with the Lifestealer and the Bane. I mean, okay, it both have a decent combination. Of course, you can Nightmare to set up for Miguel getting in range for the open wounds, as it has a very short range. But the arrow telekinesis is just way better, although we do see the arrows being point blank, and Silent will be forced to leap over the tree line. There he goes. Harassment is still coming out upon Matt, but it's not enough to take a kill. But yeah, the telekinesis into arrow, I like the combination a lot, and I guess they decided, you know what, if we're gonna be making this work, the telekinesis always will be put in the direction of Silent. That's the one way that you know that the arrow is always gonna hit, but it also makes sure that the arrow is gonna have a very, or at least a very short duration, because it is such point blank range.
Yeah, that's one issue with their lanes here. Overall, though, I still just really favour Empire in this, because they picked up the Slark and Sigma, they're just working with one core.
That's a combination.
Yeah, it
actually,
looks like it just went on Vanscore.
I said that the combination was a bit less powerful, but they make it work. In comes the Nightmare into the open wounds. Telekinesis was still there, but it didn't make a difference. That's the first blood going the way of Sigma.
Yeah, part of the issue here is that both Rubik as well as Mirana early on really don't do much in the way of damage. They have Sacred Arrow, and that's pretty much it. And Pass is going to screw the jungle here of Fly. I think Pass is going to go down, though.
Yeah, Frostbite still
looks
comes
like
out.
Mac is going to try and get him.
But the Malefice, one more tick, I believe? No, that was already the last tick. And he didn't get the cogs. If he would be able to get the Crystal Main inside those cogs, that would have been great. And actually, Fada comes in. He's looking to take down Mac. We do have a disconnect coming out from the Rubik, so we will have a pause. And it looks like Mac will be fine as well. Puck just came in just in case someone went to dive and was careless. Though we do have also a rotation from Resolution. He did just pick up the rune. A regen rune for him. Sitting on 10 for 4 compared to the Puck 14 to 3. Fairly even, slightly in favor of Fada. But it's a decent mid lane for both, I would imagine. Puck, Slark.
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced the Slark, though, is going to be all about his mid-game impact, his early impact. As soon as he starts being able to rotate, it's going to be really difficult for Sigma to deal with, because I feel like without something like a Basher or something on the Lifestealer, without Sheepsticks, it's going to be really hard to actually stop him and lock him down. Perhaps Mad on the Bane can stop him with the Fiend's Grip, but otherwise he's going to be very difficult to stop, and, well, Empire don't need anybody else really to do damage this game. They just need them to create chaos and just be there, you know?
Yeah. I have to say, Silent is out of regen, and that Brain Sap is really hurting him. Vanscore does have one tango. I'm hoping that he's going to give it to Silent, because one more Brain Sap might actually be giving the kill to Mad. I mean, he doesn't have the mana at the moment, but he will soon, because Crystal Maiden is leveling her aura. So I'm kind of worried there. And Silent, he's actually going to run back home. He knows that he would die otherwise. I mean, it's great for Vanscore. He gets some solo experience, but it's really bad for Empire. They need that silence to get bigger, and he doesn't even have boots. He will, of course, be able to teleport himself back, but it's far less than ideal. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, very difficult situation for them at the moment.
Yeah.
But they're just... both teams seem to sort of be waiting on their key items and their key strategy to actually come online. For the moment, they're both just trying to get what they can out of the lanes, and for me, it seems like the Sigma are winning that, but not by a huge margin.
We have Matt with an Invis rune. He left the top lane. Looks like he wants to try and find himself the Enigma, but the Enigma has already rotated top again, so this is going to be a long journey for Matt. Perhaps he can actually take... I'm not sure, actually, because Clockwork is such a difficult hero to take down. I mean, even if you get him into a Nightmare, he's still going to cog, and you're still going to be running out. Let's see if they can take him down, though. Nightmare. Boom. In comes Pass as well. He's got a full mana bar, so Frostbite and Nova. But yeah, that's a kill. I don't know why I was worried. I don't know why I was worried. Crystal made in the end with the last hit. And that also means that right now Empire knows that there is no Bane on the top lane anymore. It's going to allow them to be a bit more confident, I'd say. And actually, we have a full lane swap going on.
They need that.
Lifestealer has gone to the bottom lane. And now I think we're going to see Soxka teleporting top.
Seems like they will go for that. I'm not sure that's really the right decision. I feel like Sigma are not really concerned, but I guess if the side of Empire are going to try and lane swap, they may as well. It can't really go against them, can it?
No, shouldn't. Resolution, what are you doing? He's got his level 6. He's going to hunt. He's going to find himself Sochka, or sees himself there, and comes Maledict already, Malefice rather. I mean, he just used his teleport, so he won't be able to do that. Let's see if the pounce hits. Should be, especially with that arrow hitting as well. Nice Nightmare though, but it will still be Soxka going down. He does some damage before dying, and actually, he's still alive for the moment. Resolution is not going to chase that down. Nice telekinesis, but it's defensive because Puck comes in. The Dream Coil on 2. Enigma dies. Vanscore will drop as well. 2-0. Maybe still, indeed, Resolution gets himself a kill on the Timbersaw. That's at least something, but Resolution himself, nightmared up. Arrow will fly, will miss. Resolution, he does not have a pounce. He will go down. That's going to be a double kill for Matt, and that rotation for Empire was so not worth it.
In your dreams.
Hello? Are you so speechless by the movement? There's someone at the door. I have to answer. I don't have to answer, do I? Hello? I don't hear you, the advance. You're not audible. Oh, he dropped completely. He actually disconnected as well. So, hopefully he'll be back soon. We do, however, as said, have someone at the door. But I have to answer. I'm sorry. That's very unprofessional of me, but there is someone at the door, and there's dogs barking, but I'm waiting for... Here, follow Resolution. Oh, yeah, there's the second bell. I'll be right back. Fuck. Sorry.
No path. You wanted out of here, didn't you?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
At least I made you follow the right target by the looks of it. I am almost back, people. And G Advance is still not back. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Anyways, sorry for that. I am just getting my sound back on. Oh, come on, Resolution, start joining the fight, because there's things happening. There we go. Ooh, fight happening still on the top lane. That was a long fight. Miguel, he actually gets himself out with that rage. In comes Fada again. That's gonna be 1 dead, 2 dead again. Wow. If this fight lasted for as long as I was at the door, well, then that is gonna be a big fight lost by Empire, and they shouldn't have tried to continue to fight that. They did also use the black hole. God, I can't believe I missed that. Oh, stupid kid. Sorry. Did ring the doorbell twice. Normally that means it's something urgent. which it obviously was not. Oh well. It happens, I guess.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's take a look what I missed then, indeed. Well, Timbersaw died. I guess he got caught in a black hole. Do have Sigma, though, very much in favor. And I'm surprised that G advance is still not there. That he actually had a complete drop. At least he's not on Mumble. Let's take a look if I can find him on Skype. If he's online. No, he's not online. Okay. Well, then I don't know. Well, then we don't know. Sorry. Otherwise he would be able to take over the cast while I was at the door, but nope. Of course, Murphy's Law, everything that will go wrong should, or everything that can go wrong will go wrong. We do, however, have got indeed Sigma very much in favor for this game so far. For Empire, it is case to make sure that they can just continue playing their own style, their own game. For the moment, they have to just, you know, pull back, recuperate, get their core items up, because they still have got a mid-game oriented lineup. Oh, Fiend Script Resolution, in comes Fada as well. That's gonna be one dead Slark. So I was gonna say that he needs to get his core items up, but if he gets being picked off, then he can't even do that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Telekinesis, pass into the arrow. That's gonna be Fateful coming out as well. Pass lives for the moment, gets a frostbite off, and Nightmare actually saves him from max damage. Still ends up going down. Here comes the Cox. Timber takes himself out. It will be Fada to take down the Clockwork. Soxer comes back in. That's gonna be another kill going the way of Sigma. It's 4-4-1, including the kill on the Slark. That is 3-4-1 here on this top lane, and they're not done just yet. They want to get silent as well. He does not have a leap for another 17 seconds. And in comes the slow, in comes the brain sap, and that's a kill. Double kill for Soxka. Looking very, very strong. 13-4. As they will now take their first tower of the game. Yes, that's right. We are 10 minutes in, which is not even that late for a tower. But we are, however, sitting on a 13-4 kill score. Empire will take their first tower of the game. And good on them too, because as said, they are the team that would be maybe at the most of a disadvantage at this stage of the game. There's a Slark and a Mirana, they are the ones to pull the mid-game train. Most of all the heroes in this game, but it's just not really working out. We actually have Mirana level 6 right now, but she didn't go for Moonlight Shadow, which I kind of find interesting. I mean, right now, the thing that I would assume that Empire wants to do is, of course, get some advantage back. Aha. Yes, that happens. That is the most obvious thing, obviously. But the way to do that is, of course, surprise attacks. Because, of course, right now, Brain is over muscle for Empire. Brain over muscle, because if they just run at Sigma, Sigma will be stronger. Sigma will get the fight going their way. So they need to have, of course, the element of surprise. And Moonlight Shadow does give them that. And on top of that, Moonlight Shadow would also give them a bit of safety, a bit of escapability, perhaps. Though, and there is a Gem of True Sight on the Bane. Never mind that. That's a very early gem for Mad. I like it. Oh, Resolution. He showed himself already. They know he's here. Leaps away instantly. That Fiend Script is back online. If Mad could have gotten that one, that would have been another kill. I really love that early gem. Means just complete map control going the way of Sigma. And talking about map control, they also make sure that that tier 1 middle might be on their seat to at least pick up the Rubik. I mean, Van score this game. I mean, he is still level 5, not level 6 just yet. Needs to... He just was there to get some experience, to try and be able to at least steal spells, but he can't even do that. So that's kind of disappointing for him. As we do have a tier 1 here. I think they should have been going for that, but there is going to be some people coming in. Resolution with an Invis Rune is going to run out though, and he shows himself, pounds away just in time, because we already saw Mad turning around looking for that Fiend Script. They can't defend their tier 1 tower though. I mean, they don't believe they can either. They will lose the tower then. Mag, I mean, I don't, like, they shouldn't try. Mag is also one of those heroes, the Clockwork is one of those heroes that can do a lot right at this stage in the game. Because he can hookshot in and he can make things happen, but if he hookshots in right now, he'll die. Smoke up for Sigma. Looking for middle. 1 tier 1 tower left standing. Surprise. No, they're gonna go for this middle lane here. Also, a nice aggressive ward placement there coming out from Mad. Looking for a Fiend script from the tree line, but there's nobody coming close. Empire knows what Sigma wants. They want that tower, so they're just trying to give it to them, or at least they're not going to defend their tower, and they're just trying to get as much in return for it as they can while doing so. So that is going to be their game plan for now. They do have... They don't have anything, actually. Mirana still doesn't have anything. Resolution. Bounces away. In comes a Dream Coil. That's going to be Van's already picked up. And Slark as well. His Shadow Dance did not keep him safe. Silent can't do anything. Fiend's Grip up on Always Wanna Fly. He'll get picked off. So that's going to be another kill going the way of Sigma with the Brain Step to finish it. Nice arrow still coming out. And the hookshot as well. But the Nightmare again. And Mag, he is going to be the one to be... well, cogging in his own grave by the looks of it. Looks like Silent trying to leap to the low ground, but can't make it either. Still trying to run from Clockwork, already picked off by Fada, and that's going to be another kill going the way of Sigma, because Silent, without a leap, no hope for him. 4 dead again, 5 dead again, because of course it all started with the Rubik. GG gets called out. 15-minute game. Now, could that person at the door not wait until this game was over? That would have been so much better. But that was it for Sigma, at least. They get the win. Empire, not a lucky day for them. No more hope at Kiev. But Sigma, they definitely keep their dream alive. They're doing really well. And well, that was their first game today. They're going to have 2 games as well. Yeah, we're going to see Sigma versus Cupid coming up next. So stay tuned for that one. And yeah, we'll be right back.